our AC, soft contemporary.
If you need a couple of minutes, we can do.
No, let's do it, man.
WRVR, Memphis. It's 7:02 in the Mike and Mandy Show. Welcome him in person in the studio. Hulk Hogan. Good morning, Mr. Hogan.
Wow, man, I can't believe you guys are actually up so early. This is really crazy. You guys make me feel young again.
Well, we are really thrilled to have you on the air with us this morning. We've been talking about it all morning, and we're just very excited that you got up early and came out here and did this with us. So thank you very much.
This kind of reminds me, when I was getting my kids up all those years to go to school and everything. So it's cool. It's good to be on the schedule. I got the coffee here. This is the second cup. I've got one eye open.
Why do you have such a small cup of coffee?
Because if I drink too much of this, I'll sweat like crazy.
Oh,
I will
really?
just start profusely sweating.
Can somebody get him another cup of coffee?
Easy, Joe. Take it easy.
Well, we got video rolling, Hope.
That's all good. That's all good.
Well, I think then that probably is like the super duper size. Just in your hand, it looks really, really small.
That could
No,
be
they said,
too.
did you want the small, medium, or large? I went for the small because,
If I mean, I know this is radio, but and again, it's I'm being a little starstruck. But you are, just as big in life as you are there in the wrestling ring. So.
Well, I've lost a few pounds here or there. I had the old knee surgery and the hip surgery, but I'm back on track. And actually, a couple months ago, I had my good knee cut on, and so I've actually been able to run around with Brooke because she jogs in the morning. It's the first time I've been able to really run and jog for about 10 years, so I'm all excited. I've got the spring back on my step, and I never dreamed I'd feel this good at this age.
Well, your VH1 show, Hogan Knows Best, that's really what introduced me to you and your family. How did you get involved with that? What made you decide, I'm going to let reality show cameras follow me around?
It was a tough decision because even before Hogan Knows Best, probably about 9 years ago or 8 years ago, when Ozzy Osbourne broke through, of course all the networks look for that same type of programming, so they came to me, and I was getting ready to make the old wrestling comeback against The Rock, and they said, oh my gosh, can we do a reality show about Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan this and Hulk Hogan that? And it was all Hulk Hogan, and I'd had it up to my neck with Hulk Hogan, and the little bit of privacy I had was at home. The weird thing was they were offering the network money, and my wife was going, oh my gosh, it's tough to turn down something like that, but we did. And then years later, 3 or 4 years later, my daughter Brooke had been beating the music business up, and the music business is twice as tough as wrestling, 10 times as tough. And so we were looking around, we saw the Lindsay Lohans and the Hillary Duffs with a big screen, and we saw the Simpson girls with a small screen, and we kind of thought, well, you know what? We need a vehicle to get on like an even playing field.
Sure.
And so, it was weird. As we were talking about that, VH1 said, oh my gosh, we'd like to do a 1 hour special on you, Hogan. I went, oh no, not more wrestling, because I do enough of that. And they said, no, this is going to be like, we do these things called Inside Out, these specials, and we want to do a special on Hulk Hogan's stage dad. So I said, well, if it's about my daughter, and my son who races, this could be great.
And it's a good opportunity for your daughter, like you say.
Right, so they did the special. They were supposed to follow us around for 3 days, and at the end of the second day, Amy Doyle and Michael Hirshhorn from MTV and VH1 called and said, instead of 3 days, could we follow you around for 30? So I guess they were excited about the first day of filming. They followed us around. It was the highest rated 1 hour special, and then it led right into the TV series, which my kids and my wife, all three raised their hand when I asked for a vote who wanted to do it.
Oh, it's very compelling television.
Yeah, it's just tough on the family because it's just you don't realize that being in front of the camera is all the time. And then when they're off,
as we have video rolling right now.
No, being in front of the cameras all the time. When the cameras come off, you don't realize the pressure you're under, and so it causes extra stress, extra tension. But it's been great for Brooke. And it's made people aware that things just aren't handed to you, that she's still beating it up and she still hasn't broke through.
Well, yeah, but you're a good dad, too. You're not like one of those hands-off celebrity dads. I mean, you are actually parenting your daughter and your son. It's obvious in the show.
Well, we run a tight ship, and, especially with Nick, he's 16, and he's got that facial hair with a little beard at 16, and all the girls think he's 21, so, and plus being, he's racing for Dodge, he drives the Viper. And, I got to keep a handle on him because he's moving real fast. So, I mean, the show's been great, and it kind of like reinvented the old Hulk Hogan character because now when I go like to wrestling like in Memphis, you'll have my old fans from back in the day. You'll have the young fans from, the last couple of years when I've wrestled. And then all of a sudden, you've got the Hogan Knows Best fans. They'll be at the FedEx Forum, so all of a sudden you'll look out and that a lot of the Hogan Knows Best fans have never seen me wrestle like you.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you might even show up.
Yeah, you did let that slip.
Well,
Hulk Hogan, the 6-time WWF World Champion and the 6-time WCW World Champion, in the studio with us live. What kind of signature Hulk Hogan moves are we going to see tonight?
Well, I'm pretty sure the shirt will get ripped off.
Yes!
I'm pretty sure I'll Hulk up. I don't know.
The Hogan Shuffle?
Yeah, we'll get that in, no doubt. But, the thing that I'm kind of worried about is 20 years ago, I slammed Andre the Giant when he was near 700 pounds.
He deserved it.
Yeah, well, I was a lot younger then, man. And I'm a little worried because I was laying in bed last night, and I was thinking, man, I got to slam this guy. And I don't care what you say about wrestling. This guy's over 500 pounds, and for me to get him up, I'm just wondering what's going to break when I try to pick him up. I'll have my legs underneath me. I'm not going to get out of. I'm not going to lean over like I'm picking up a wash bucket or something.
A bag of potatoes.
You can practice on our weatherman if you like.
There you go. But yeah, we're gonna tear the place down. So you guys come on out, and it'll be a lot of fun on a Friday night. It's a different thing for you guys to do, and Hulkamania is going to be running wild. If you've never felt. Maybe you've gone to wrestling matches before, the WWE stuff, but I tell you, when you come see the Hulkamaniacs, there's a whole different type of energy there. It's louder than the Backstreet Boys, louder than NSYNC, louder than Britney Spears. When you're in the middle of that ring, it's so loud, it almost makes my ears bleed. It's crazy.
You're going to miss out tonight if you don't go to the
yeah.
FedEx Forum tonight. And it is the ultimate clash of legends with the legend himself, Hulk Hogan. Now, Mandy is daring me to ask this question because we wanted to get you fired up so that maybe you would body slam me. Let me just ask, because it's just a joke, sir. It's just a joke. But what do you do to people who walk up to you and ask you what it was like to be the governor of Minnesota?
Wow.
Mike can't even look you in the eye.
I'm kidding, Hulk.
That has happened several times. And it's kind of weird because I guess Jesse, vicariously has lived through my career, because so many people have come up and said, oh my gosh, what was it like, wrestling in Madison Square Garden against Andre the Giant and against, and they'll call me Jesse. And it's happened probably 10 times.
How do you respond?
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because I've watched Jesse's career, and I mean, out of the 15 years when I was going to Japan and living in Japan 10 years, he went one time. He went one day, and I was there when he went. And he was like the opening match, and then he was in a tag team situation, and I think he had one or two of the real main events. So it's kind of like funny, in a way, but Jesse's a different character. He knows just a little bit about a whole lot of things, and he kind of like, slid in there in Minnesota, and I used to live in Minnesota, so it's just funny to me. I think it's the bandana. He used to wear a bandana.
Used to live in Minnesota, being the opposite.
No. Early in my career, I lived there for like 3 years back in the day. But I know the people real well, and I know.
No political aspirations for you?
I don't think so.
You don't want to be the president of the United States?
He's raising teenagers.
We went down that road one time. I don't mean to even say brainwashed, but when I was working for Ted Turner for 7 or 8 years, there was such a change in his wrestling company when Hulk Hogan came that all of a sudden Ted says, oh, you should run for president of the United States. So I actually went on Jay Leno and made the announcement. Ted did this test survey in Atlanta and San Francisco when Bill Clinton was at the height of his political career. He just got caught with Monica Lewinsky, and his ratings were sky high. People loved him. And they had a hypothetical question: if Bill Clinton was to run for president or Hulk Hogan, who would you vote for? 5,000 people in Atlanta and 5,000 people in San Francisco. I got 70% of the votes.
Oh my God!
So I kind of got brainwashed. And then the next night, I had a meeting with Ted Turner. I went to the hotel and I checked in. I looked up at the name on the door and it said the presidential suite. I thought, oh, this is destiny. It's meant. So I got scared because my son Nick goes, Dad, you're probably going to get shot at. I went, that's it.
Well, you know what? I think you would make a great president. And in the current situation, I think that we should just get it over with. You and Osama bin Laden, you can do the automatic the atomic leg drop on. I mean,
how about just a flat tap?
Just
something. Just a little bit of common sense. I mean, just a little bit of common sense would be nice.
Very great. Hulk Hogan in the studio with us, and I can talk to you all morning.
What a great guy.
But I know that you have to get to a bunch of other radio stations, and we hope that you get to everyone today because they deserve an interview with you. It's been a pleasure, and I hope everyone goes to the Ultimate Clash of Legends tonight at the FedEx Forum. 8 o'clock is the show, and you can just probably walk up maybe
all day. Oh, wait a minute, brother. I got to end this segment. What you going to do tonight at the FedEx Forum when Hulkamania runs wild on you and all your kids, Memphonites? What you going to do?
Arr!
She got it.